It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
I got merch. I got merch. Happy Tuesday or whatever day it is. Sorry, I'm screaming in y'all ear. Listen, and this I got a couple of items, just a few. It's not a lot. Just a couple of items, just a couple. We're going to go over it or whatever the case may be. Girl, I've been struggling on this merch for 30 days and 40 nights. Do you hear me? Girl, done pulled the wig off, back, on and off. I don't even know if it's good, but it's up there and it's stuck. So we outside. I don't even know if the merch good, but since I seen it on YouTube before I logged on, we going outside with the merch. Oh, yeah, got to know that. Come on in. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Y'all come on in. I'm sorry. I was too excited. I was like, right before I logged in, I was trying to say, okay, what number Joce we on? Because I'm battling with Google, girl. Whole time, girl, the Google people said, girl, it's on there. I was like, ah! So, okay, we're going to get into it, y'all. Come on in. Happy Tuesday to everybody in the building, y'all. Y'all don't know how much this is for me because I've been struggling. I ain't said nothing to nobody. I had a friend of mine that I know in real life came by my house and helped me set up the stove. And he left. And I've been wanting to call him back. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to him. His name Brian. I wanted to call him back, but then part of me was like, no, bro, you gotta figure it out. Like, you gotta figure it out. Because what happened if you can't reach this person or that person? So I've been struggling for 40 days and 40 nights, girl. I don't even know if it's right. But we still gonna roll it out. They say it won't take Google Pay. Okay, we gonna fix that. I gotta figure out. Let me write that down. It won't take Google Pay. We about to go over it though. Hold on. Let me show y'all a few pieces. Hold on, because we're gonna fix the Google Pay. Because you know I got the Google Pay. All right, so look, come on in, y'all. I'm so excited. We gonna get into it, y'all. Before we do that, let's get into the morning announcements. First of all, welcome to the Voodoo Doll TV React Show. The Morning Joce. Welcome to the Morning Joce, y'all. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy that you guys are here. We do this Monday through Friday. I'm just here to help y'all, Joce y'all through y'all work day or whatever the case may be. Now, with that being said, morning announcements goes as follows. Black Americans, please do your genealogy. I don't know what you're doing if you're not doing your genealogy. You need to do your genealogy. It's just a family tree to figure out where you come from. Who are your people before you? You know, your ancestors, so that we can get these reparations in the form of money, land, and everything else, all the other resources that we need, and also that we can lay claim in our land that they're currently stealing from us now, as we see in Minnesota and all over the world. I mean, America. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm about 90% on my sickness. Anyways, so make sure you guys are doing your genealogy. It is only going to benefit you. It is not going to benefit anybody else but you. Do your genealogy. Also, please, if you guys can, the sun has been coming out. Thank you, Lord. The sun's been coming out because it's been very dreary in Georgia. However, the sun came out today and it is beautiful. So if y'all can and y'all feel like it and it's not too cold, because you know it is cold, please try to get outside and get some sun and ground your energy if you can. And for y'all, if you don't want to put your feet to the ground, you got another place to connect through your hands, okay? For those of you who feel like, yo, it's cold outside, they got this they got this tree me and Saint go to, and I go hug trees, I touch trees, I grab trees, I go to the tree, and sometimes I'll just put my head to the tree. Seriously, these are other ways that you can get and connect into nature as far as grounding. It don't have to necessarily be taking your feet off or your shoes off and putting them on the ground. So please make sure y'all are doing that. Yes, plant something. Put your hands in the soil, something. Anything that's going to connect you to the Mother Earth, in which we are dealing with and who curates us, y'all, please, it's going to be the best for you. So do your genealogy and do some grounding, meditating prayer. Tap back into the Most High. That's the biggest deal. Most of us don't believe in God no more. Whether you believe he's in the sky, in your heart, in a plant, or he's omnipresent. Y'all don't believe that he exists, she exists, whatever it exists. And that's the biggest problem. So we got to get back into that, y'all. So y'all come on in, get the likes up on the video. Make sure y'all do that. Anything else I wanted to say? Nope. Let's get to the merch. So I have a few items that I had created, you guys. I'm going to go to it, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. So I have been working like a dog day in and day out. How Taraji was on that Hidden Figures. Because I came in and I worked like a dog day in and day out to drink coffee from a pot that none of you would ever touch. Y'all know when I was younger, me and my brother used to reenact movies and stuff. You know, we did this from Little Bitty Girls and Little Boys. You know, yeah, we used to do that. And I still do that to this day in my head, though, because I'm grown. Well, now that I'm on the internet, I get to do it to y'all. But like before I used to be on the internet, I used to do it in my head. So it's good to get it out. You know, at any rate, girl, what was I talking about? The merch. It don't matter. Oh yeah, I was working like a merch. I was working like a dog for the merch. And girl, I was struggling down to the ground, girl. But I made a few pieces. And I do want to show this to y'all. Hold on. So let me go to YouTube. Because it is on my own. On the YouTube page, on this one. I haven't gotten it on the Dollhouse yet. It's still under suspension. They still over there talking about, hold on, let me go see. Girl, them people is crazy. Okay? Now, if you would like to know how to get to my merch from YouTube, there's one way. You can go to my page. Here's my homepage, you guys. Shout out to everybody. Here's my homepage. And if you scroll down on my homepage, there's a place called Store. Right? Now, if you scroll down on the store, I made a few pieces. Now, this is one of my prize pieces. My Black Americans versus everybody. I have hats. I have shirts. I have so much more. That's just the tip. Because I already know a bunch of people about to come out and try to start doing the same thing. So it is what it is. I'm just giving a few pointers, a few little 1-2s to see what people going to do. Okay? So look, I got shirts. I got hats. I got voodoo doll stuff. I got the He Ain't Even from Acorn shirts. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yes, I do. But this is my good one. I got a few good ones. Now, y'all, here go my Let's Joce jacket. Let me see if y'all can see this. Can y'all see this? Now, this is my Voodoo Doll TV Let's Joce jacket. I made some other ones that are mock-ups. However, they come in all colors. They got purple, blue, black, gray, I think. They got a bunch of them. So they got this one, but this the one I like, the one that say He Ain't Even from Acorn. That's the jacket that I like the most, and that's the one I'm about to order for me. Hold on, let me show y'all the one that say He Ain't Even from Acorn. Here you go. Here you go, right here. So this is in different colors, obviously, but I just like the what you call them on the back. So the acorn jacket, that's a different color from the front, but obviously it has the acorn on the little inland right here, and then on the back it's a drawing that I got of my girl. Y'all know I was saying He Ain't Even from Acorn, and I got that on the back, and it comes in different colors: blue, purple, black, a few other things. Let me see what else I got, girl. I got a few things on here, y'all. And listen, I haven't even released a lot of the stuff that I have because I have a whole bunch of stuff that I haven't released. But I got sweatshirts, I got coffee mugs, I got t-shirts. Here go the Black Americans versus everybody sweatshirt. I got the Black Americans versus everybody sweatshirts. Let me see if I can go get the hat, because the hat really go with the shirt that I got, and I'm about to order me some. I ain't even order me nothing. I'm about to order me some. You get it? Hold on, let me show y'all the hat. I got a few items on here, y'all. I've been trying to work. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do my little 1-2 yin yang, not too much. You know, and I even have a hashtag say junior hat. Yeesh. I can't find my hat. I'm gonna find it on here though. But yeah, y'all, we working. These are some of the things that are up there now. Y'all can definitely go and pull up and support if you want to my members. I know I have for y'all a discount code. So to my members, if y'all are buying stuff, I got to figure out how to insert the discount code. If you are a member, this is what I'm going to do right now. If you are a member and you make a purchase before I can insert the discount code and you just can't wait, send me an email with your purchase and I'm gonna figure out I'm gonna figure something out. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Can you see the mug? Hold on. I forgot. I got the mugs. I don't even know if it popped up on the thing yet. Hold on. I got mugs. He ain't even from Acorn Mugs. I think I got a Les Joce mug. I got a few things, girl. Hold on. If it ain't up there yet, it will be up there. And I don't see the mug and I don't see the hats. There's a few things I got to go back on YouTube and fix, but on Google and fix. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all support if you would like. It's no big deal if you can't. But if you can, please make sure y'all support. We got two birthdays. Kenya Richards and Nene. Happy birthday, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all support if y'all can. Pull over, pop out on the dog. Yeah, I've been working, y'all. I've been trying to work. We got umbrellas. We got all kinds of stuff. But just wait, y'all. Just wait. But I'm excited for the merch, y'all. I am super duper uber excited, especially for the jackets and stuff. I think it's going to be dope. And obviously the black jacket is the same. It's just he ain't even from Acorn on the back. So yeah. Shout out to us. Shout out to y'all. Y'all come on in, get the likes up on the video. Let's talk about the show. If you want to get to the site, the site is, and I'm going to pin it in the chat, Voodoo Doll. Hold on. It's Voodoo Doll TV Shop. Voodoo Doll TV Shop.com. There you go. Voodoo Doll TV Shop.com is the name, is the site if you guys want to go and support. Hold on. If you would like to go and support, y'all can. Make sure y'all go over there and do just that. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. I want to see if I could pin the comment. But yeah, it's voodoodolltvshop.com. Can one of the I don't think I could pin it from here. We'll figure it. All right, so yeah, voodoodolltvshop.com. voodoodolltvshop.com. I couldn't do Malone Madness this week yet because YouTube suspended me till Friday for a bogus claim saying that I'm bullying and harassing on baddies. So I can't do nothing on that channel. And I ain't gonna lie, I watched the episode. I was about to put baddies on this channel. I don't want baddies over here. I don't even want that. That's got to be separate. I swear to God, I watched the episode and I have so much to say. I just have not recorded yet. But I'm going to say this. I was about to upload it on to put it on here. I said, oh no, it ain't worth it. Because this is my main page. A lot of people don't realize that. But this is the main page. Voodoo Doll TV Reacts is the main page. That's the mama. And the dollhouse is the baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So we'll see. I'm waiting on YouTube. YouTube hit me last night and said they looking at it. So we'll see. So anyway, y'all come on in and get the likes up on the video. We have a show to go over today. Y'all, 50 Cent is getting backlash for the Diddy doc. Everybody's coming out basically saying that Diddy's a snitch. Not Diddy. 50 is a snitch for basically going in on the documentary the way that he has. Marlon Wayans came out and had something to say. He basically said Diddy gotta watch. Not Diddy. 50 has to watch what he's doing because karma never misses. And this caused 50 to lose his mind because I guess he's getting backlash from other people. And then Charlotte McGay jumped in hollering about, oh, well, it's always when somebody black and when somebody white. We gonna deal with that. My thing is, Black people amongst ourselves, we never want to hold ourselves to the status of the enemy until it's convenient. At the end of the day, what they do to us and what we do to us is two different things. So I understand both sides. But Charlotte McGay just trying to find a way to control the narrative. Remember, he's the one who looked us straight in the face and told us that nothing was wrong with Gucci Mane. Charlotte McGay. He did that. So you know you can't listen to nothing that fool say. But we gonna get into that. We got also, Ja Rule came out, and since he had something to say about 50, 50 trolled him back, and then Ja Rule came back with some more receipts, and then 50 came back with some more receipts, basically talking about Ja, and they talking about domestic violence, all types of stuff, honey. We gonna get into it. Then we also got TD. Now you know how I feel about TD. Take that, Jeezy. You know how I feel about TD. So for him to get his milk dud, ugly, big, round ass on this TV, do you hear me? With Jeezy the snowman, after he just came off the slopes of Vietnam to sit down and tell us that the best thing he learned about being divorced was that he was a great husband. I said, nah, TD, I said, Jeezy, you stay right there. Hold on. TD, what the hell is you doing on here? And then in that moment, I said, TD thought we forgot. So I forgot why I was on here to talk about Jeezy. However, the comma, when I saw TD, I lost all rhymes and reason because y'all know how I feel about that fool. And we gonna get on into it why I feel like TD need to go lay down because we still got what? 21 more days, 22 more days in the month because his time is coming up too. We gonna get into that woman doll or big, bald, and loose. You know how I feel about TD. Don't stop me. Then we have a few other things I want to talk about. I want to bring up how Kimora Simmons is a cancer to them churn. She got Aoki running around here looking like a tree branch, getting mad because somebody called her healthy. And I think the whole house strolled off. It might be the equilibrium from the age. You know, they say Russell Simmons was 50 when he messed allegedly with Kimora Lee. They say them old man put the worms in them. And I think all the worms went to Aoki. Is that the one, the skinny one, messing with the old white man, the old clear man who had her on the beach? The one who talked like a paw? That one. Is she the oldest one? Her. She over there looking like a goddamn girl, looking like a toothpick, talking about, are you saying I'm healthy? Are you trying to say I'm healthy? Oh, Ming, are you trying to say I'm healthy? What's healthy in this house? Does healthy in this house really mean something different? So what do you mean, Aoki? Yeah, bitch. Unclasp your tongue, Aoki, and we gonna talk about why your mom is the reason why you the way you is. You and your sister and all the rest of the Rainbow Coalition of churn, y'all call brothers and sisters. Gonna get on you morally. And I want to talk about Tyra Banks looking a hot ass mess, talking about Christmas Santa. She looked like Santa done went up her ass and came out her throat. And we gonna talk about Ebony K. Williams. Oh yeah, I'm on one a date. Ebony K. Williams, we gonna get on her, talking about she went and picked her baby out the vending machine so she could drop it off by the nanny. Oh yeah, we got a lot to discuss. Y'all come on in, get the likes up on the video because we got a few things I seen last night that didn't too particularly sit right with me. Okay, so come on in, get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. Girl, Tyra looked this so bad, and I'm not gonna let nobody get on here from the this day and age to tell me I'm wrong for saying that. Tyra spent the early part of the 2000s telling every bitch aside 6 and 8 that there was biggest 4 houses and three trailer parks. Hell with Tyra, she look a mess. God came back and bet the piss out of her from the bike, and I'm here for it. Oh, yeah, we going to get into it, and I'm not going to let y'all get on here and tell me I'm wrong. Go back and tell her she wrong. We going to get into it, y'all. Come on in here and get the likes up on the video. My nerves done got bad, girl. TD really set me off this morning because I was doing good till I saw TD. You see what I'm saying? He the one really put me in this frame of mind. Shout out to Vested, how you say that? Vo Stevensons, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, and I'm sorry. Thank you so much for becoming a new member. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to y'all in the building, y'all. Please, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. And Elisha, so ATL. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says I made a live. I'm so glad you came on to get me through the workday. I work remote, and you have me laughing. No cap. Listen, girl, I be trying. That's the whole point. Cause I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lie. I used to be at work, girl. Ooh. Praying for a long content. Lord, somebody just give me 2 hours worth of something. That's how I used to be. And I know. And listen, I know most people don't like long form content. And honestly, I used to get on here saying I don't want to do the long form content. But then when I started realizing how I feel being at work, girl, you look up at that clock and that bitch said 10. And you look down and it feel like an hour passed. And you look back up and that bitch said 10:03. Bitch. And you don't get off the 6. Bitch, you be looking for something to come up on this here ones and twos to run you through them 2-3 hours. Girl, listen, I used to be going fine Charleston White content, girl. I don't give a damn. I won't go read the Bible on YouTube. I don't know. I used to have to find something. So I get it. That's how I used to be. So that's why I feel like I wanted to give back to y'all, because I ain't gonna lie, I used to be dead. Do you hear me? Girl, especially on the early part of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Girl, you be thinking like, do I really need the job, bitch? Like, I do have a little something put on the side. And oh boy did say, if I need a little something, he'll help me. Look, girl, you gonna thinking back to shit. I ain't gonna lie, the boy did say he do have money. And he did say that if I need something to call him. You really start thinking about life like, girl, all this. At any rate, though, that's the point of the morning joke. So y'all come on in and get the likes up on the video. Please and thank you. Oh, let me drink some water. All right, now I want to get into the show, y'all. Y'all come on in. So, okay. I have a couple of honorable mentions. Let's go here first. Hold on. Let's go here. So, where do I want to start? Where do I want to begin? Girl, look at TD. He looks so bad. And let me say this to y'all down at the church. Oh, I have a few honorable mentions. Hold on. Stay right there. Let's start here. Let's get this bitch up on the ones and twos. This your home, girl, and you know how I feel about people y'all like. If y'all like them, I hate them. So let's get them up on here. Y'all seen Jasmine Crockett announcing she's running for U.S. Senate in Texas? So Jasmine done went and put on her all red, her Mrs. Claus, and she came down to tell us that she's running for U.S. Senate in Texas. Let's get into it. And she's at the Route 100. This must be a black event, the Route 100. And look at Tamika Mallory, old duck ass in the back. I knew I didn't like this bitch when she came out for George Floyd in the winter talking about, because we're not gonna stop. I knew it. And then when I saw that whole with Yandy, I knew my suspicions was confirmed. Tamika Mallory ain't to be trusted standing behind this slut. Let's get into it, y'all. Get the likes up on the video.
I fight for freedom and justice because the laws we write or fail to write shape the lives of millions. In Congress, I see firsthand how fragile our democracy can be when equity is treated like an inconvenience. Today's battles are not hypothetical. Voting rights are under attack. Reproductive freedom is on the line. And economic justice is still a dream for far too many.
Who is she talking about? Who is Jasmine talking about in this speech when she says equity is on the line? Who is she talking about? She's not talking about us. When she says equity is on the line, voting rights are on the line, who is Jasmine talking about? She's not talking about us or to us. She has never spoken about or to us. The only time Jasmine Crockett even addresses Black America is when she's being ignorant toward the lowest of the lows of white America. Jasmine Crockett does not speak to or for Black America. So when she's giving this speech at the Route 100 in front of probably a whole audience full of Blacks, and she says democracy and equity is at risk, who is she talking about? She's talking about everybody except you. Jasmine, I have not seen one time Jasmine Crockett come to this internet, listen to me, and go to bat for Black America. I have never, ever seen it. So just keep that in mind while she make her speech.
So I fight to make sure our communities are protected, not just in spirit, but in policy. My job is to put our values into law, to call out injustice in the rooms where decisions are made, and to ensure that progress is not a privilege, but a guarantee. Thank you.
So again, she's at the Route 100. Like I said, sounds to be a Black event, speaking about equity and all this stuff for all these people. And she never speaks about Black America. And look in the comments, Tammy Roman, oh, this is going to be great. Dr. Heavenly, oh, this is going to be great. When Black America understands that these celebrities all are each other's friends and they work with each other to keep you stupid, then you'll understand. See, your fave is only going to prop up their friends and faves because it all benefits them. It does not benefit you at all. It never has, nor will it ever. See, Tamika Mallory, Jasmine Crockett, Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Jackie, all of these girls probably go have lunch and go off and have vacations and sip and drink and laugh about how they make millions of dollars over your head and your ignorance. Yet and still, here come the other celebrities. Oh, girl, this is going to be so great. And because y'all have affinity for these celebrities, y'all follow whatever the celebrities say. And then you not realizing everybody's in on the joke except you. Jasmine Crockett running for U.S. Senate in Texas, I don't think it's going to happen. Texas is still a white state, okay? Let's start there first. Number two, Jasmine Crockett, I heard she's trying to run because they're trying to kick her up out of there anyway. Number two. Number three, Jasmine Crockett is, in my opinion, I believe conspiracy theory. I believe that Jasmine Crockett is a plant by the United States government that fell out of the fucking sky from somewheres. And she came out rolling her neck and snapping her fingers and niggas ain't looked back since. She has been the biggest okie doke in America this doggone political cycle, and y'all still going behind her because all she know how to do is put on a bad wig and roll her goddamn mouth. That bitch is a detriment to Black America. I said it. But keep rooting for the bitch who's sitting up there putting all the negative stereotypes on Black women who trying to run away from the stereotypes. Keep doing it. Just because she was the first Black woman to get on the internet and tell a white lady off. Think bigger than that, Black America. Please. This bitch ain't to be trusted. Guard your grill. I'm telling you now. She ain't to be trusted. Jasmine Crockett is for everybody except us. And it's not in what I say. Go off of what you see her do. Okay? Sir Will, thank you so much for being a member for 7 months. Says, love you down, Vu and Acorn. Love you back. Thank you. I love you, Will. You know you one of my faves. That's my beautiful them. Shout out to y'all in the building. Thank you, Will Shapes, for the super chat. Says, love you, Vu. Appreciate everything that you do. Just cop a t-shirt and trucker hat. Thank you for making my day every day. Acorn. Oh, thank you. We got a sale. Thank you, Will. Thank you so much. Y'all, shout out to y'all. I am so appreciative of y'all. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much. And Never Burrows, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate y'all. I need to pin the chat. Y'all, can y'all please keep dropping the links until I can find a way to pin this in the chat. But let me see. Matter of fact, I probably could. Hold on. I don't know why it's not letting me go on the thing. But yeah, I'll find a way to pin it in the chat. Thank you, Never Burrow. Shout out to y'all in the building. Y'all, VoodooDollTVShop.com. VoodooDollTVShop.com. If y'all want to cop some merch, some gear, y'all pull over there. VoodooDollTVShop.com. Okay, now let's move on. I want to move to here really quickly. Black America, I have been telling you this forever, and don't you ever forget it. And don't you forget it. Don't you forget your way home. Hold on. So, take a look. I've been telling y'all since the beginning of time, the world owes Black America. Thank you, Mrs. Florida, for the super sticker. Let me tell you something. The world is nothing without Black America. I remember growing up, especially at the church, with the Baptist church with my grandma. I remember my grandma told me that my grandma did tell me that we came from Africa. She did say that, but then she said we didn't. That was the weirdest part. But either way, she said we was this mysterious group of people kidnapped from Africa, and this is the group of people that taught all the people, all the industry, or taught all the people, all of what they know as far as civilization today. Let's newsflash to the ones in the bike. Black America, you are the people who taught America, the world, and everywhere civilization. It is you. It ain't no mysterious group of Africans. It ain't no mysterious group of Negroes that we never met. It is you. What is done then is done now. What's done, how do I say? There's nothing new under the sun. Everything you did has already been done. What does that mean? It means just this. You have to understand. The world copies you today the very way that it copied you then. These people flood into America not just for the soil, but for the people. Who are the people of this land? You and me, the copper colored indigenous Black American, whatever you want to call us. This is our land. We are here on our motherland, where we put together societies, where we put together civilizations, where we created everything that the world knows today, right here on this land. Nowhere else. There's no group of mysterious people. It's just you. The reason you don't know this, or the reason a lot of people find this hard to believe, is because over the last maybe 100 years, we have been wiped out of our identity and the things that we've been able to do. They pulled us out of the fields, pulled us off our deal, working with our hands, and put us in these schools and these institutions, and now we're all beholden to this place that we call America. But the fact of the matter is, it all starts with you. If they copy you now, they copied you then. Okay? You are the progenitors of this world, Black America. You, nobody else. No, not the, shout out to the Caribbeans. Not the Caribbeans, not the Africans, not the Hispanics. You, Black Americans, descendant of freemen right here in America. You. Now, the reason you can see this and know this to be a fact is, pay attention to everything you see around you today. I'll give you an example, and I found many more. We've done this before on the show, but let's get into it. Every time you turn around, people who don't speak the language, people who don't even understand the culture is doing every single thing that we do. They walk like us, talk like us, act like us, eat like us. They even bathe because of us. No other group of people is cleaner on this earth than Black Americans. And when I say cleaner, I mean hygiene-wise. Did you know that in the 70s, 60s, and beyond, they had Black Americans as depictions for white teeth and toothpaste? Did you know that? Do you want to know why? Because we created toothpaste. We created the idea that you should even brush your teeth. Black Americans are the cleanest people on the face of the earth. We taught everybody else how to be clean. We taught everybody else how to wash their ass, wash their food, you get it? That comes from us. Now, pay attention around the world. Everything we do, they copy. Look at this shit right here. Now look at these, what is this, Asians? Now they done copied the HBCU stuff. And this is the worst part. A lot of the times, and maybe these kids aren't, because I know the new white kids and the new clears and Asians may be different, but I don't trust none of them, so I'm just saying they all racist. But what I'm saying is, we can't shit in peace without somebody coming behind us trying to redo it. It's part of destiny swapping. Let's really be clear. Because see, they gonna write the history to say that we got it from them. That's why we so confused on our history today. But every time you turn around, they like little freaking leeches. Like like little copycat ants. You can't get rid of them. You can't shake them. It's everything you do, they on it, and it drives me insane. Let's get into a little bit of the HBCU culture that made it somewhere in Asia. Oh, Nebraska, I don't know where the hell this at. Look.
Get it, ladies.
You know what bothers me more than seeing this? Black people who like it. Black Americans, some of us have this insecurity that is beyond me, to where we think this shit is cute. It's disgusting. It's annoying. And I don't mind that other cultures copy us. You know what bothers me the most is them motherfuckers will look us dead in our face and swear to God, we don't have no culture and no nothing. You know, a lot of times I thank God I'm not in charge of nothing. Like society-wise for Black America. I would be the meanest motherfucker when it come to our culture. Do you hear me? If I was in charge of who and what could play in our culture, I would be the meanest. Do you hear me? I would have this shit locked down so tight, a bitch couldn't even whistle this way. Do you hear me? It's just annoying and it's disgusting. And then these people go off and make millions and they rewrite the history as if they are the progenitors of something that they weren't even here to create. Clear people are all freaking aliens. All of them. All shades, all sizes. All these mixed breed people they making, they are all new people. They all new. That's why they see you, they come over here, run up on you, trying to take up all your energy and then go try to repeat it. Everybody destiny swapping. Everybody see your destiny except you. They see what you got. They see the value in yourself except you. You don't see the value. You just think it's a regular Monday, Tuesday. They making millions, creating legacies, creating histories off of your essence. Clears of all milk of magnesia shapes and sizes are aliens. That's why they come here and copy everything you do. You want to know why? Because they not you. They aliens. It's no different from you going to a theme park for the first time. What you want to do? See everything. Ride on every ride. There it go. There it go. It look a mess. And it sounded like a black punk who was over there teaching them that shit. It's always one. Treason, oh, that law of treason. Oh, that law of treason. When we enact that law of treason, a lot of you niggas ain't gonna make it. Y'all, thank you, Lord, I ain't in charge of nothing. Oh, girl, thank you, Lord, I ain't in charge of nothing. Oh, but it gets worse. Hold on. So I seen this one too. Because see, treason would be that would be one of the biggest laws you can break. Do you hear me? In my opinion. Look at this. Take a look at this. Because it's the treasonous niggas the reason why we here. Let's really be clear. Now look at this. Everything you do. Everything you do. Everything you do. And them Asians y'all see ain't the real Asians. How many times I've been telling y'all that? The original Asian is my color. All them Asians you see, all them Japanese you see, them Chinese, fake aliens, not real, hybrids. You can point them out. People who don't have their own culture, Nigerians, come in trying to take over everybody else. They hybrids. They don't have an identity or a culture. You can tell the people who don't have identity or culture by how much they steal other people's. The original Asian is my color. All them other ones is hybrids. At any rate, it's disgusting, it's not cute, and we need to stop clapping for this shit. Because y'all clapping while they immediately stealing your history and going to make millions and make a history for their doggone people and their family and their lineage. We not about to do it. Let's move on, y'all. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Now, I want to move into, because no, I really want y'all to understand how important this is. This is very important. And let me show you how important it is. We all know them DNA tests are fake, right? We all know this. Let me show you how they rewrite history. I'm going to give you an example. All them DNA tests are fake. We've already been able to prove that. We got a boy from the DNA test saying that it's fake his damn self. The people who own it, the people who created everything. Now, on this show, in order to trick us out of our identity, they had a bunch of celebrities come on, old school celebrities, who literally sat down and told them, hey, I'm of Cherokee descent. I am of Choctaw descent. I am of this descent. Now, on the show, mind you, these are still celebrities. Puppets. They gonna do what they told. So they come on the show saying, I'm Cherokee, I'm Choctaw, I'm this, that, and the third. And then all of a sudden, they take this DNA swab, and then old boy come back, Rick Kittles or whoever come back and tell him, oh no, you African, you ain't Japanese, you ain't Cherokee, you ain't this, that, and the third. And now look at what the internet is saying. The internet is resurfacing that clip. Mind you, the whole shit is a sham. We all know the DNA test was a sham. We all know that it's for entertainment purposes only. But watch how the internet rewrote that history. If you look at this post, the caption is going to state, and I follow, listen. Look what the caption states. The identity crisis we see today amongst African people in America and across the globe is due to the trauma of slavery and being in an oppressive state as people. We do anything to run away from ourselves with self-insecurities. So this person is trying to say, or this page is trying to say, that the reason that the Black Americans during this time thought that they were Indian because they were confused from slavery and they just couldn't quite get their mind right. But all they had to do was take the swab of the DNA test and we figured it out, they Africans. See how they rewriting the history? And it's not true. It don't matter what they came back from them DNA tests and said. If you can't go find the African that show me you African, your ass probably ain't African. But let's get into how they rewrote the history. Look.
Mother said Cherokee, and
this Tina Turner.
It's been a long time, I don't know which one it was. She says, I don't even know if she remembers really, but
Cherokee and Navajo. My father was Navajo and my mother was Cherokee.
Tina's mother was she said her father was Navajo and her mother was Cherokee. That's Tina Turner mama.
Grew up believing that two of her grandparents were part Native American.
But you're only 1% Native American.
wow.
And I'm 3% Native American. So I got just a little Indian.
You got a little Indian in you. 0% Native American. And 0% Native American. And 0% who were Native American.
We're going to have to tell the Choctaw Nation in Oklahoma now. I misrepresented myself. I'm not Choctaw at all,
And you'll see there's no figure for Native American because you ain't got no Native American.
Now, this is the worst part with the DNA test. When most of us took that DNA test, I noticed that all the clear people had 20, 30, 40% Native American blood. Black Americans, 0, 1, 2% Native American blood. Y'all don't find that to be funny? All these celebrities that came on here and told y'all what their Indian tribes was, and here come Rick Kittles and them. Oh no, you ain't no Native American. Y'all don't find none of that funny. And then they replay the clip as if it's the real. And it's not. Because Morgan Freeman, amongst other ones, have come out on many occasions, especially them singers from the 70s and beyond. They were heavy proud about their not Native American, because that's the $5 footlong. Their indigenous Indian history. Okay? Because Native American and indigenous history are two different things. Your Native American is your $5 footlong. That's the Mongolians you see running around here going, hey, that's not us. Never forget that. Let the record straight.
I think my mother said Cherokee.
That's how they rewrite the history. If you weren't there, all you know is what to go off of. And guess what? People gonna go back and say, see, them Black Americans weren't Native Americans. Look, we have a clip. You get it? Be careful with that. Do your genealogy to find out who you are. I'd rather do genealogy to know where I'm from here than to swab my damn cheek and hope that I can run across somebody who might know somebody who heard of a folklore of an old time back 500 years ago when some mystery niggas was stolen from the middle of the woods. At any rate, let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. Now, I want to get into this whole... Wait, where do I want to go first? Hold on. Not there. Hold on. Did y'all see this? No, I ain't doing that because I ain't got time. I done already ran my mouth too much. All right, let's get into the other portions of the show. So I want to get into Ebony K. Williams. So let's start her on here. So y'all know we were talking about the whole Candy and Tide thing situation. Wait, before we do that, let me read a couple of super chats. But y'all do know we were reading about the whole Candy and Tide situation that's going on with the divorce. Love Wisdom, thank you so much. Love is Wisdom, sorry. No, Love Wisdom, thank you so much for the super chat. Says bad lace front, rolling neck, tacky fashion. Right. Jasmine did nothing but argue with white folks in Congress. Notice they put AOC over her. Yeah. Jasmine Crockett, I'm telling you, was the worst thing to happen to Black women, especially Black women in the corporate world. I despise that bitch. The moment I seen that hoe get on the internet saying, you ain't nothing but a bleach blonde, box cutter booty, I cringed. Because as a woman who worked in corporate America, who went to school and do everything you can to run away from them stereotypes, to see that raggedy bitch get on there and act a nigga, that cringed my freaking soul. And for all the women who needed Jasmine Crockett to curse out a white woman to feel good about yourself, do it yourself then next time with your scary ass. Yeah, that's most of the people who like the bitch anyway. The people who don't have the nuts or the cojones to go down to the job and tell a white girl you sick of that shit. So you wait for Jasmine Crockett to pop up and say, oh, and look at y'all. Do it yourself. You bad. If it was a Black woman, you would do it. Don't wait for Jasmine Crockett to get on here and curse a white woman out. Go to work and do it yourself. Said it. Black is my vibe. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, congrats, boo. Funny how they're not even dancing to Fat Joe. They hate niggas, but wants more than niggas. Right. Then nuck if you buck. Right. Fat Joe is done. About time. He been overdue. Big, fat, funky. Looking like he on a rotisserie. He big, fat, and even when he lost weight, let me stop. That's how I got caught up for bullying last time. That's probably why they got me on. That's probably why they got me on that baddies. I gotta chill out. You know, people be sensitive around here. People be sensitive. Let me close my mouth. You feel what I'm saying? At any rate, let's get into Ebony K. Williams. So look, yeah, he looked like one of them. He looked like one of them pigs that be flying around, that be going around on the thing in Hawaii when they be over there trying to tear off a little piece of pork, so they could shake them wide ass hips with no ass. You know what I'm talking about, because them ain't the real Hawaiians, no way. That's why they shaped like banana peels. No, that ain't the real Hawaiians. I said what I said. That ain't the real Hawaiian, so I ain't worried about them flatback bastards neither. I said that part. Yeah, I said it. Nah. Show me the real Hawaiians. Then we gonna discuss it. At any rate. So Ebony K. Williams. Now look, Ebony K. Williams, first of all, she remind me of that. This is the girl who said she wouldn't date the bus driver. Let me tell you something about Ebony K. Williams. There's nothing worse than a very highly intelligent, a very successful, intelligent, beautiful bitch. Ebony K. Williams, and it's a few other these girls like this. These are women who have everything but will never have it all. You get it? They just so educated, they stupid. Now, Ebony K. Williams is over here talking about Kandi and her divorce, and while she feel like the prenup may not last, and she basically was saying that Todd is wrong for trying to get the kids from Kandi, and this, that, and the third, because Kandi is still a mother at the end of the day. And then Ebony K. Williams goes off into talking about why she decided to not go have a baby naturally, but go pick out a baby from the vending machine from a daddy that a baby would never see, because she don't want to have to worry about fighting for custody. Mind you, when they asked Ebony K. where her child was, she said with the nanny. This is the most selfish, ignorant bullshit I've ever seen in my life. This is when you so smart, you stupid. My grandma used to say them niggas got more luck than sense. That's Ebony K. Williams. You went all these years in school to go give your eggs to some man, a white man in a coat, and mix it with God knows what. We won't know till the little gremlin grow up and turn into Gizmo. We won't know. You feel what I'm saying? So here y'all go ushering in these test tube babies, all because Ebony K. Williams don't want to have to fight a nigga in court. Mind you, Ebony K. Williams works so much, she ain't never there with the damn child. So the nanny raising that little goddamn microchip kid anyway. Oh yeah, we in the era of the test tube babies, and all these black women listening to these hoes telling y'all to go put y'all eggs up on the shelf at the store to let these white people go play in them. Y'all gonna be breaking up these test tube babies too, and I swear to God, when they start locking them little bastards up and putting them in cages, I'm not gonna want to hear, don't come over here crying to me. You get it? When they start, y'all want to go pick them churn from the vending machine? When they start locking them little bastards up and putting them in high-profile prisons, don't come over here asking me nothing. Now, let's get into Ebony K. Williams with a little selfish, little stupid tell self. Now, this little vending machine baby don't have a mama nor a daddy because she don't want to go to court. This is disgusting. Let's get into it.
Part of the reason that I decided to be a single mom by choice, Carlos King, and use a donor and not have a father for liberty, not use a friend, not have a co-parenting situation is because I knew my circumstances professionally would put me in Candy's exact situation. And that I would very possibly end up paying child support for my own daughter. Oh, absolutely. Excuse me. I would easily be in a position to have to go in front of a judge looking just like this and plead my own case for my own daughter that I carried and birthed to say, despite my travel schedule, my work schedule, my sometimes lack of real-time availability, I assure you I can make sure all of her needs are met, because that opens the door, Carlos, for exactly this, where a father, despite the relationship between me and the father, despite what we even previously agreed to, could then say, Your Honor, look at her. She's outside. She might be outside for very wonderful, noble reasons, but she's away from home. And children need, mom to be home. Mom's not available to be home. And so she has put her custody rights at risk from a legal standpoint. And I'm here to step into the pocket. I'm here to step into the role and play the primary custodian for my children. And that's a real risk, Carlos. And it is one of the reasons I'm telling you that women with high power careers that demand travel or time away, my daughter is being very well taken care of right now.
Let me stop her right quick. All you women who believe you can go, get me up here. Fuck all that, because y'all hoes talking crazy. And Ebony K. Williams gonna have y'all jumping off the ledge with them test tube babies too. All you hoes who want to go get pregnant, but then drop the baby off right after you shit it out and go run the streets, you're gonna lose your baby. And you're gonna pay child support. I don't give a damn if you go pick a baby out the vending machine or not. You wrong. It's selfish and it's wrong. How dare a woman, how dare one person create a life and then say, I want to be the only parent that this child have? How dare y'all? Y'all are wrong. That's the most selfish idiot. So the child only get to have one parent because you don't want to stop and sit down and be a mama? Don't have a child. How about that? How about that? Women, black women, y'all are getting this all messed up, and y'all getting it messed up because y'all listening to these ignorant bitches, these educated fools. If Ebony K. Williams didn't want to battle with a man, Ebony K. Williams should have waited till she was able to slow down a bit so that she can have a child. Because this is the facts. A child needs its mother. There's no way around it. A child has to have its mother. That's it. Y'all trying to find every way to do everything but God told you to do. Y'all trying to do everything but what God told you to do. When you have a child as a mother, the child needs its mother. You don't get to have a baby and say, bye, out. Y'all are wrong. So now this baby gonna grow up. And Ebony K. Williams, this is how Ebony K. Williams' baby gonna grow up. She barely gonna know her mom because her mom running the street working. And the baby don't have no daddy. So now who is the family of this baby? I'm trying to see something. Who does this baby have to go to? Y'all having children like it's buying a new car or buying a new bag. Oh, I want to have a child to add to, and then y'all having these kids and not doing nothing with them. Y'all turning into candy. I'm telling you, Candy is going to be the one to show y'all you can't do that. Black American women, yes, you can have it all. Not like this. You can't do it. And all y'all thinking y'all going to just go get these nannies and live happily ever after, that's going to be the churn to pop you upside the back of your head. Your churn ain't going to know you. Have y'all not paid attention to white clear people? When they get rich and they have all that money and they churn get raised by the nannies, what the churn end up doing to them? Churn be damn near killing them when they get old. Why? They don't have no relationship with their mama. Their relationship be with the nanny. Duck. So go ahead on, make your money. Make your money, have your churn, drop them off. Because them going to be the ones pop you upside the back of your goddamn head because they don't even know you. You can't do it. You can't. You can't. And I hate to get on here and say what you can and can't do, because I'm telling you, yes, in theory you can, but it's not going to work. If you want to have a child, sit down and have a child. If you can't sit down and have a child, don't. Y'all ain't doing nothing but ushering in a whole bunch of doggone test tube babies because y'all selfish. Educated dummies. Educated dummies. Look at Carlos' face. Even Carlos see this as foolish, but he not going to say it on the chat or on the roll because he don't want to go against his guest. I would have been on there saying, girl, you done lost your mind. So you not going to have, so you stop just enough to pick a baby out the vending machine, carry it, shit it out, and walk away from it? Girl, you can't make this up.
Raindrops and Carlos, I assure you, I'm getting hourly updates from her nanny who's been with her since she was 4 months old. She's in a lovely, preschool that she's been, so she's good. But if I had to argue this to a judge, it could go either way. And I wasn't willing to risk it going either way. So that's a personal decision. Every woman gets to make that decision for herself. But I hope that helps understand, Raindrops, why somebody would do what I did. And more women are electing to do it because we don't want to be in court having to potentially fight for custody of our own children simply because we chose or needed to go to work.
Reality with the King is streaming on all platforms.
That is the most ignorant shit I've ever heard. And Ebony K. Williams, you stupider than I thought. Now you done went picked out this baby and dropped the baby off to a nanny. We don't even know if the baby even 100% human because y'all don't know what they doing to y'all eggs when you give them to them. So because you feel like you scared that you're going to run across a nigga who actually make you be a mama, you rather go pick one out the vending machine and then drop it off to a nanny. Yeah, because that works. Because you know what the problem is? A lot of these girls want to do just like them housewife hoes. Y'all want to come on here and play like you a mama on TV and play on the internet like you a mama. But y'all hoes don't really want to be mamas in real life. It's disgusting. Ebony K. Williams is a fool. And let me say this too. Don't think just because you done found a way to go backdoor the system and pick one out the vending machine, they not gonna find a way to still say the baby is still half water the state or some shit. So don't think you really done cracked the code. Oh, all I gotta do is pick me a baby. You never know. They might come back with a new law saying that since the baby don't have an identity on the father, it falls under this category, and that means X, Y, and Z. Tread light. Tread light. Let's move on. Now, girl, did y'all see Tyra? Hold on. Wait, girl, look at Tyra Banks. Tyra looked it so bad. Oh, Tyra. Oh, Tyra. I couldn't believe what I saw with my own eyes. Hold on, girl, let me go get Tyra, girl. Tyra was on the internet wigging out. I said, Lord, somebody go do a wellness check. Hold on. Here she go. Girl, look at Tyra. Now, if y'all used to watch America's Next Top Model, then you understand that Tyra Banks was a bitch. Tyra Banks was a bitch. And her ankles was always this little. I ain't gonna lie. I always thought Tyra Banks was fine. I always thought she was pretty. I thought her head was big like mine. But I never did like that her legs were shaped like baseball bats. That's neither here nor there. This is what I'm trying to tell you. They found this hoe at a drag show or something. I don't know what she was doing. I don't know what she done channeled or she done snorted. I don't know who done pushed her down what slope. But ever since she done came out recently looking a mess at the Victoria's Secret model show, she been wigging out. Y'all look at Tyra.
On that thing for him to eat. Do you know what he doing? Y'all, he ain't biting that cookie. He ain't sipping that cream. He taking a bowl from your cabinet, from your joinery, y'all call it, and he putting it on the thing. He putting a little bit of cookie. He putting a little bit of that milk. And he mixing it up, and he put it in your freezer. And he trying to make it taste like Santa's pies, and it tastes like Santa's shit. I had magic, and I started saying, "Ooh, they flying, make it rain deal, make it rain deal." And he said, "Now she got magic with the deals." I'm back on dancer, and he got fights in your smiles and dreams. And Santa Claus got jealous. He just kept going. He said, "Now she got magic with the deals." What? Mariah, what's good, girl? What's good, Mariah? We on fire. I'm from down there. Ain't no more kids. What happened to the kids? The kids, there was only 2 kids, and we done grown up. Yeah, he was no makeup dancer, and we was adults. I need to reach kids. Come on.
Oh, girl, Tyra. Oh, Tyra. What they gave you, girl? They gave you some acid? What they did? Tyra, call me, girl. What did they do to you, girl? And you know, this would only go off in a clear drag club. Because a black drag club, bitch would have been like, get her out of here. Tyra, you look so bad, girl. I don't know what you was doing. It don't even matter, girl. You look so bad and you look crazy. And stop hanging around the clear gays. No shade. You need to be around the black gays. The clear gays got you losing your mind. Yeah. You where the black gay people with the money at? Where they hang at? She around the wrong group of gays. Get the G's up here. Where she need more black G's around her because the white ones is doing her dirty. Tyra, you look so bad, girl. From the top to the bottom. Yes, you do. You look bad, you sound bad, and you look like you're right where you belong. Let's move on. I just saw it and I couldn't believe it. I said, now, Tyra, girl, you want to be on top? No, bitch. No, Tyra don't want to be on top. Not no more. Not looking like that. Not after I done seen what I done seen. You want to be on top? No, not Tyra. Nah, nigga said no, not Tyra. Let me move on, girl. Tyra looks so bad. I just wanted to say that, though. I don't know what she was on. They say it was a skit. They say it was a slope. I don't know. I don't be around there by the people that be doing all that. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Now, I want to move to Kimora Lee. Get more on here. Let me get this. Let me say this. I was around when Kimora Lee had baby fat. Yes, I was. I was there. And I remember back in the day, this was the rumor back in the day. The rumor back in the day was that Kimora, you know, they say allegedly, they say Russell Simmons was like 60. And they say Kimora Lee was like the Virgin Mary without the virgin part. You know what I'm saying? Now they say Russell Simmons was over there trying to get at Kimora Lee when she was a little girl. But then they say they tried to act like, oh, that girl 18. You know, back in the day, they used to do that. Tell us these people was 18 when they was 13. At any rate, so she, what was I going? Kimora Lee. Kimora Lee had this whole thing with baby fat that was lit. Okay? Crazy. The baby fat, first of all, baby fat was a branch off of Fat Farm. Fat Farm is Russell Simmons, who ended up being her baby daddy / husband. But Russell Simmons had Fat Farm as one of the old black brands, and then she had baby fat. And when I tell you baby fat popped, it popped. I had the jacket with the fur around the hood, with the black baby fat emblem on the back. Yup, did have it. Had the book bag, had the book sack with the yeah, I had all that, girl. Yeah, all that. But she was a model, and I knew she was very, very much into the whole runway thing, but she kind of like fell back on it. Well, fast forward, she has Ming and Aoki, and we all watched them grow up a little bit ish, but we watched them grow up for the most part, and then all of a sudden, Aoki and Ming become grown. Cool, because we like, oh yeah, we done seen these little girls grow up. We remember them from the show back in the day, because they did have a reality TV show. What was the name of Kimora's show with Russell Simmons back in the day? Because this was before Run's house, correct? Somebody drop down in the comments. Yeah, this is when Baby Fat and all that was popping. This was before Run's house. They had a whole TV show that we was watching, you know what I'm saying, back then. Well, I didn't realize that as Kimora was raising her kids, you know, she got a rainbow coalition to churn. One thing about Kimora, she don't pass on the type of nigga. She got a white baby, a black baby, Hispanic baby, an Asian baby. She got some mixed breed babies. Kimora got all the churn in the world, okay? Now, I didn't realize that she would bleed that toxic behavior or mentality of you have to be a size 0 to be fit in I didn't think she would breed that over to her girls. Now, Kimora had the first two, Ming and Aoki, which we grew up with, and they grew up and went to college and went off and did their thing. Now, Aoki, with a little funny talking tail self, she been on here messing with old clear men. Old clear men who, when they take off their drawers, they tighty-whities, their balls hit the floor. Now, mind you, Aoki gotta be what, 24, 25? I don't know. I just know she the one talking like this. Because when you trying to say, are you trying to say, what's going on? Like she got something stuck in the back of her tongue or something like that. So now she's on the doggone show, and she talks about being thin, and we're gonna get into that. But then they start talking about her 65-year-old relationship with that old clear man and what Kimora had to say about it. Now, let me just say this. First and foremost, Kimora met her husband at 13, allegedly. Let's start there first. So when we look at Aoki being 21, 22, however old she is, and marrying some 70-year-old billionaire, this is right up the alley for Kimora. Kimora has literally recycled her life and passed it on to her daughters. So they asking them, girl, what's tea about your mama and all of this with you with this old man? And let's get into what was going on. Let me tell you something. It's not just about Aoki dating the older men. The mentality of her body and the body shaming and, oh, healthy means fat in this house. We're going to get into it. It's sick. And this is what happens when you take the horrible things that you had dealing with growing up, instead of you breaking generational curses, you repeat them. And this happens oftentimes through the people who get the curses happen to them. If I said that right. Let's get into it.
65-year-old man. Are you going to talk about it on the show? It was a big deal, like for pop culture, by the way. Like it really exploded. I feel like everyone saw it. Everyone saw it. Those
Why
photos.
though? Why is it a big deal though? Because if you look back, okay, well, first of all,
it's like, why is this stunning, young, hot, beautiful?
True, you see that all the time. I think we don't count these ages. I don't think we count these ages.
I can say this. I have a daughter around their age. It would cringe my insides if my daughter came home with an old. Now I ain't gonna lie. If he was rich, I would understand, but it would still cringe my insides. But Kimora is like, oh, it's no big deal. That's your child, girl. Yeah, we see young hot girls with old billionaires. That's them. We talking about your child, your baby. That's different. Wait. It's one thing. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It's messed up, but it's true. It reminds me of what's that lady name? Angela Stanton King, and women like her who don't mind their other children, people being gay, but when it comes to their kids, oh, it's different. That's because a mother typically has a different view for her own children than she do for others. Not Kimora. It's a Tuesday evening for Kimora. Look.
Of people of what they really are.
I mean, it's not like she was seen with like Leonardo DiCaprio. You know what I mean? It was like a 65-year-old. Like,
isn't that the same
as like Leo?
No. He's gonna say I am not 65 and I don't look like that. You're right. I'm not saying that about Leo. I'm not saying that. I'm sorry, Leo. I'm not saying that. But I just meant older man. To me, that's the shock of it all.
Was this when she was traveling during your filming?
No.
Oh, it wasn't.
And quiet as it's kept, I believe that clear man be giving Kimora money. Because you heard, remember when her and Russell got into it? Russell said Kimora had stole all her money and this, that, and the third. That whole Kimora probably don't mind Aoki being with that old clear man because it brings coin back to the crib. Do you get it?
In the same
time? No, I feel like that was like a couple years ago already. I feel like that was a while ago.
That was 2024. Like April 2024.
And we're almost in 2026. Yeah.
Like April 2024. So like a year and a half ago.
Yeah. Well, a few months we'll be in April again. So it'll be 2
years.
Yeah, that was a while ago. We didn't.
So you didn't discuss it on the show. What was your reaction to that in real time?
I let my kids make their own mistakes. Like I said, that's the whole thing we were saying about living out your life in public. And I think that's very, very, very tough. I don't even think that was a moment for them though. Or I should say the opposite. I think it was just that, a moment. I don't think it was anything else. I didn't even know this. First of all, I know this guy. But I didn't know this guy in that capacity, like with my kid, or that you were even dating my kid, or even I know this guy growing up myself. He's a restaurateur.
Right.
Like I don't know. You know, I don't want to get into troubles legally, but I think his reputation probably precedes him.
Pause. Now, I remember back in the day, Tyra said, because remember, Tyra, I want to believe, is a little bit older than Kimora. Put a 3 in the chat if y'all remember this. But y'all remember when Tyra had came out and said that she had went up to Russell Simmons, when he saw her lay eyes on Kimora. She said Kimora was about 13, 14, 15. If I can't remember, don't quote me on the age. But she said she went up to Russell and said, leave her alone. That's a little girl. And Russell was like, oh no, I ain't doing all of that. Ain't like that. Then she said, next thing you know, you turned around, Kimora was over there by him. What it was, 15? Okay, something about that. Okay. Yeah. Y'all remember. So my thing is, Kimora Lee knew what she went through at 15 with these old ass, weird ass billionaire niggas and clear people. You know what you went through, and you just sitting here casually talking like as if, oh yeah, my daughter going through it and it's par for the course. This is the generational curse that Kimora Lee should have been breaking, not repeating. So now you got your young 25-year-old daughter dating this old, rich, clear billionaire who you know from the past, who never came and said, hey, by the way, I'm dating your daughter. Then you say some old weird shit like his reputation precedes him. Like, bitch, what is you saying? Is he a creep or no? And if he is, why is you sitting up here trying to sit up there and act like it's cool that your daughter is over here with this creep? Kimora is sick. Kimora is sick and selling her children. But if she ain't the only one, she was sold. And it's not just her. Many people do this on a day-to-day basis with their children.
Is that okay to say legally?
I think so.
Reputation precedes you. So I was learning some of these things as I went along too. And
were you like, what the hell are you doing, Tayoki, or no?
I was, but I didn't say it in that way because it was this fast that it blew up to be so much. And so then you can't be the mom that's like, what the hell are you doing? But that definitely was the thing. But it went from 0 to 100 really quick. And I was like, Yoki, I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this was a thing. I found out when the world found out. So that was what was so shocking. And you can't say as a mom, and I've learned all these crazy things, you can't give the, I told you so right now. You can't give the, what the hell are you doing right now? You can't give all those things right now.
That going through it.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot for her.
Yeah. But I do think in general of those kind of things, I feel like, and having gone through not exactly the same, but similar, that big age gap relationship, let's just call it that. I do think it's predatorial. We said all of that to get to what Kimora thinks about it. I think that's predatorial and kind of crazy.
With the 65-year-old man. Are you going to talk about it on the show?
Well, at least she admitted that it's predatorial. And I have to take into consideration that Aoki is a grown-ass woman. Aoki don't have to tell her mama who she dating and what she doing. I get that. And I take that into full consideration. I think my biggest problem is the carelessness about the situation. And if you honestly, it's kind of like a woman, or God forbid, but a woman who's gone through some type of sexual trauma. She goes out of her way, a woman who wants to not have that happen to her children. She will go out of every which way but loose to make sure that that doesn't happen to their child. I just don't see that or feel that from Kimora. It's just like, oh. And mind you, I understand the industry. That is par for the course in the industry. It is. She ain't lying. However, it's just the distance that you can create between yourself and your daughter when talking about it, when this is your baby. I got a 22-year-old about to be 23. She's still my baby. I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't particularly care for it, but it would make me feel about it, a way about it. And I wouldn't be on TV like, well, you know, it is predatorial, but what you want me to do? Nah, I'll be like, yeah, I feel some type of way. But I get it also. You don't want to say too much and make them get closer. But I could just imagine what Aoki done had to go through with this man. Because I ain't gonna hold you. No shade. Aoki seemed a little slow. No shade. And I'm not talking about the way she talked. I'm talking about mentally. Something might be a little thrown off on Aoki. Look. So Aoki is over here with her sister. And she already 60 pounds soaking wet on the back of a truck with tires tied to it. And she over there trying to figure out how she look in her outfit. The sister stay healthy and Aoki loses her mind. Look.
Where's Ming? Where? Ming?
Girl, where is you going?
Hi, Hope. You look so pretty. Is it your natural skin? Jesus Christ. What's going on? My nipples falling out. My everything's falling out. That's true.
Yeah. Good, you look healthy.
Now hold on, because this is where the thing goes left. So Aoki walks in on Ming getting her hair done and was like, oh, you look good, your skin looks so good. And then all Ming says is, oh my God, you look healthy. And yes, Ming was being shady. You damn right she was being shady. Ming knew soon as that word healthy left her lips, she knew Aoki was going to get the windmilling with her head down. She knew it. Come on now, we got siblings. We done grew up with them. You know what grinds your sibling gears. You know it. You know what I'm saying? So Ming was being shady when she looked over and said, you look healthy. And this is about to send Aoki through the roof. Now, mind you, Aoki looked like she ain't ate in years. Okay? But here come Aoki about to lose her mind and run to her mom. Check it out, girl. You can't make this up.
You look healthy. You look good. Healthy means fat in this house, and you're kind of an asshole for that. That's not what I meant. No, it's fine. I need that. Sure. Healthy. You look healthy. You look very healthy. Thank you. I look fat? Tell the truth. What do you mean? No, I just...
Do you guys see what they're doing? They're taking a word that means positive and turning it into something negative. So healthy, a word that has a positive connotation, they're now trying to socially make it negative. So healthy, meaning somebody who's not sick, is bad. So look at them. Oh, healthy in this house means fat. What are you trying to say? I'm fat. Psychological mind tricks. I'm telling you, words are very, 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 very powerful. So her saying that and making this a big deal is a big deal. Look.
Like, you look like refreshed. You're calling me fat. I don't like this. Bye.
You went to Bali and you came back looking healthier. Isn't that the whole point of going to Bali?
But you meant healthy in a weird way.
No, I didn't. You just make things up.
Oh my God. Are you not gonna come back here?
She meant girthy. She meant could last the winter.
Okay, well, you are not. You cannot last a winter.
No, insane.
You
She
certainly
meant
can't.
like you look ready to hibernate. Like it was a little bit.
I really didn't
There's
mean that.
no
I don't wanna-
hibernation here that will take place. You won't make it. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Okay, next question.
So there is there's Kimora confirming her daughter is not healthy by telling her, don't worry, you wouldn't last a winter, meaning she don't have enough fat on her body to have her survive if she needed to. And that's where we are. In 2025, I didn't even know people still wanted to be skinny like this. I thought this was just some rich Hollywood shit. I didn't even know being skinny was still in no more. I thought being skinny went out in the 90s. Kimora, feed them. Not Ming. Ming look like she eat. Aoki look like she need a good hot bowl of grits. Grits and eggs, red beans and rice with cornbread. She looked like if she had a spoon of starch, she would pass out. And I think she a little slow. I ain't gonna lie, I always thought Aoki was a little thrown off. At any rate, this is all Kimora's doing. Welcome to the party, Kimora. You created this. The way that they think, the way that they act, the people that they date, all of this is up under Kimora. And yes, she made a wonderful jacket. We love the baby fat jacket. It was a timepiece. You had to be there. We loved it. However, this is disgustingly sick. The mentality you raise these girls with, and I hope that they don't repeat them with their children. But the mentality that Kimora raised these girls with needs to be studied, and it's sick. I just thought it wasn't cute. I didn't realize they was going to grow up to be jacked up like that. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes. She's way too skinny. Girl, Ming look like she about to pass away. Aoki. Not Ming, Aoki. The one with I'm sorry. Yeah, the one with the little accent. So I'm telling you, something's wrong with her. Now let's get into this 50 Cent and Diddy Doc thing. Oh no. One more person before we move to that. One more. TD. So did y'all see this interview with TD Jakes and Jeezy? So Jeezy did an interview with TD Jakes, and I was wondering why. First and foremost, because why is TD Jakes rearing his head? And he wants to talk to Jeezy about his divorce or whatever the case may be. Mind you, TD Jakes, last time we saw him, he was over there passing out on the doggone stool. You know how he was. Then he came back swearing to God nothing was wrong with him, but then he had a heart attack, but God brought him through on Noah's Ark or something like that. Then he came back, woman thou art loose, the whole program, and gave the daughter the congregation and came back, but the congregation wasn't giving away. Then he might have passed out again. I don't know what the hell TD was doing. Diddy just went to jail. The documentary just landed. We found out TD and Diddy was allegedly. I don't even know if it's true. However, we know them niggas was cool. And as soon as the stuff went bad on Diddy, TD went laid down somewhere else. But then he got back up, and now he over here interviewing Jeezy, bald head ass. And let me just say this, Jeezy, you ain't worth 2 nickels. Last interview you sat down with was what's that, Nia Long, talking about how a black man need a black woman. Now you want to sit down with TD, fat, nasty ass, and he think I forgot about him. I still have Operation TD on him. We need to be down there at the Pottery House to see what type of introspective, highly intelligible shit going on that he don't want us to know about. Because I know for a fact there's some shit going on around there at that Pottery House. I ain't never been around there, and I can feel it in my soul. It's a lot of shit going on at that Pottery House. TD got churned, kidnapping churned, allegedly. He got all kinds of stuff. They say the police is on his ass, and he over here interviewing doggone Jeezy so he could lie to the rest of the world and act as if we believe what he got to say. We don't give a damn about that clear Asian woman taking all your coins and your data, nigga. We don't care. But we're going to listen to it anyway because I saw TD and I want to drag him. So y'all come on in, get the lights up. Let's get into it what TD had to say as far as asking Jeezy about his marriage and whatnot. Let's get into it.
What did you learn from it?
I learned I was a great husband. I can't.
Okay.
There go them hands. Them hands, them hands, them hands. Them spirit fingers be getting me, bro.
I got a beautiful daughter out of the situation, so there's no regrets there. But I learned a lot about myself. I learned that there's things that I continue to work on. I learned about, my preferences for things, the type of space that I need, the type of moments that I need to decompress about certain things, and this just unselfish nature. That I was selfish in my prior life. And I think just going forward in life,
what?
It just taught me how to give someone else grace and actually listen to understand rather than just to listen to reply.
What did you learn from it?
I learned.
Yeah.
Because when you're sharing a life with somebody, it's almost like you don't become one, but this is a partnership, right? And so for me, it's almost like I've never experienced anything like that, just coming from where I came from. So I never had to share, you know what I'm saying? Or I never had to compromise in a way. So I just think it taught me a lot about what compromising was like, and then things.
Can I just pause? It just dawned on me. People be going to pastors for relationship advice, but y'all don't be knowing that the pastors be smashing on everybody in the neighborhood, everybody in the church. The wife at home be miserable, the churn miserable. The wife know that he cheating and skeeting with the niggas, women, and children, but they don't want to say nothing because they don't want to lose their first lady spot. These the people y'all be going to, telling all y'all business, talking about counseling spiritually and all of that. I just, it just dawned on. It's kind of like, it's like confessions. I never understood, I understand it, but I never understood confessionals in the Catholic Church. Because I'm like, well, who you is on the other side listening to me spill my tea, bitch? Who you is? What you do? And then when I found out the people on the other side of the confessionals at the Catholic Church used to be selling drugs and into the mob and all that stuff, then it dawned on me. Talking to another mother plucker about my issues, I'm not saying that therapy is bad, because therapy is good. But talking to these random people just because they have these titles about my issues is really not helping me. I'm really speaking into a goddamn hollow field. Because what the hell can TD Jakes tell him about marriage when he been dropping off pencil peen all over the doggone bad boy camps? He been over there laying hands with Diddy. So what the hell can this nigga talk to me about? That's just how my brain on the inside would be thinking. This nigga was just at the party with Diddy. What he gonna tell me about marriage and all of that? Was your wife at the freak off with you, TD? No. So if she wasn't at the freak off, what the hell you gonna tell me? That's how my brain just be thinking. I don't know. I don't like preachers, so you know how they go.
That I can just work on as a person. It's a mirror.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a mirror. It's a mirror. It's a reflection. It's a funny thing. If you go deaf, eventually you won't speak clearly. To me, you can't speak right if you can't listen right. So the correlation between the ear and the mouth is so connected that the speech clears when the ear is open. So when I ask you, what did you learn from it?
Why?
Yeah.
You know, because when you're sharing a life with somebody, you know,
I'm asking you, are you listening? And and as you listen, that should change who you marry, if you marry again, how you communicate, your music, every aspect of your life is like blood. It doesn't stay in one spot. It goes everywhere.
Right.
So wisdom is the same way. What would you do differently if the choice?
And you're like really invested in the friendship, it just builds a different type of foundation. And I feel that differently, I would say I would build I would make sure that the community is as strong as the foundation, because it takes a community like to keep you accountable and have people that you can process with, and have like-minded people that you can have conversations with about things that may, just not be a end-all be-all issue. And then you're like really invested in the friendship. It just builds a different type of foundation. And I feel that differently, I would say I would build I would make sure that the community is
I would say differently, you wouldn't go to the hood of Vietnam to find you a wife, Jeezy Tran. Shut your duck ass up. Oh, what I would do different, it don't take no damn community for you to be a good husband. It takes you to be a good husband, Jeezy Tran. Let me say this part. Fuck all that. Because everybody over here talking and acting crazy and all of that. And ain't nobody getting to the meat and potatoes. Jeezy decided to be a slut to every black woman he knows. And he finally met Lil Rice over there. And she done put Kanishiwa on the doorbell and left that nigga for dead. Now here we are. He got a little half Jeezy Tran with him. Lil Kanishiwa with him. You feel what I'm saying? And now you want to get on here and talk about how great of a man you was. Nigga, you was trash. And that's why Jeannie Mai was about to take your ass up through there. I don't give a damn about Jeezy and him over here talking about what he would have did and could have did. Jeezy don't want to do nothing but what Jeezy doing. Playing over there in the doggone rice in Vietnam. Said what I said. Cut all the cap. Cut all the cap. Jeezy don't want nothing out of nobody. He went back to hoeing from what I heard. Soon as they said the paperwork, the ink wasn't dry on the paperwork, they said Jeezy was back in these streets dropping off dick. I don't know if it's true. I'm just telling y'all what they said. And I'm tired of these niggas getting on this internet acting like they having deep heart-to-heart talks, knowing good and damn well them niggas ain't learning and doing nothing. Jeezy ain't gonna be no better man because he can't. And TD Jakes ain't no man to give nobody that advice because he ain't even a man. They say he was over there being bussy bop all up through the Diddy parties. So I don't understand what the whole conversation about. Unless you want to be with a nigga like TD or a nigga like Jeezy, I don't understand what the conversation is about. And I don't see nobody checking for Ann Reed, one of these niggas. Let's just call the thing a thing. And TD, you thought we forgot about you. Oh, yeah. Yes, you did. TD thought we forgot about him. See, we have a thing called Operation TD. It's called Operation Take That, Take That. And what we doing is going undercover. We already had a few meetings. We got to get back to our meetings. But we had a few undercover meetings where we going to try to go undercover and go into the Woman Thou Art Loose and into all the TD Pottery House place and rescue our people up out of there. They say they got them over there like Jim Jones or something. All them old ass hoes with them hats on in there hollering, thank you, Jesus. We trying to come save you old bitches. But y'all hoes don't want to be saved, but it don't matter. The operation is still going down. Operation Take That is still in effect. And TD thought we forgot because we stopped talking about him at the top of the year. But we back. Since you want to rear your head, I'm on your ass, TD. Toilet paper almost got kicked up out of here this year, and he thought he made it. We on him too. Between toilet paper and TD, we already got Diddy. They already got him. Between toilet paper and TD, we on their ass. We ain't forgot. TD, count your days, nigga. Count your days, because I called you at the top of the year. And they got 21 more days yet. I called TD at the top of the year. And he got scraped a little bit. He didn't get bruised. He just got a little scrape. Oh, toilet paper, Tyler Perry. That's for the new people in. Toilet paper is Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is toilet paper. TD is Take That. Yup. I'm on their ass though. Let's move on. We're going to go get them old hoes up out of there. They don't know it yet. They don't know they need to be saved yet. Let's move on. Shout out to all the old hoes at the Pottery House. Shout out to the Pottery House. Now, we got to get into this Diddy documentary and 50 Cent receiving all of this backlash, y'all. It has been going down. So we all know 50 Cent did the documentary to kind of go off on Diddy. I told y'all yesterday that this behind the bitch. I don't care what nobody says. No man is going to be this hell-bent behind another man. This is behind that girl, Daphne, what her name is, 50 Cent baby mama, and Diddy's slut bucket. That's what I believe this is about. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Do you hear me? That's what this is about. However, we going to go with the movement and say that's not what it's about. 50 Cent been going hard, dragging Diddy down to the ground in this documentary. Now, if you like me and you messy, keep dragging. I'm here for it. Because this is what we want him to go to jail for. So I don't care. Run it, 50. Run it. That's just me. But there have some people in the world who feel like, dang, feel like you a whole nother nigga, and then you letting the people use you to take down another black man. You know how the niggas get to going, boom, boom, boom. 50 feel like, first of all, F him and y'all. I'm running him down to the mud. It just is what it is. And 50 feel like he's deserving of this because of the things that Diddy has done to him in the past, i.e. take him shopping. I told y'all it's not about that. It is not about Diddy being taken shopping or taking that boy shopping. This is about something deeper than that. The hurt, if you ask me. Neither here nor there. So fast forward, the documentary drops. We get to going over old stuff that we already knew about, the shooting with Tupac, the shooting with Biggie, all of the shootings that Diddy has had throughout the doggone world, and this, that, and the third. We've seen it all, seen it all. But in the documentary, it kind of pieces things together to kind of let us see that Diddy really don't know shit. He don't even have an ear for music. Diddy is just a good thief. He's a great colonizer. That's all he is. Diddy was able to take something he saw on a small scale and exacerbate it big to make it seem like he's inventing things. Like, for instance, him showing the alleged PORN on the videos at the parties. They say that came from Alpo. Everything Diddy did, his whole persona was literally created by somebody else. He saw everything from somebody and then tried it on and made it his own. Smart, but messed up. Very colonizer type tease. Neither here nor there. Fast forward, the doc dropped. People seeing all this stuff. They re-victimizing the victims. They putting out all this new stuff on Diddy, and everybody got something to say. Everybody's freaking out because they like 50 as a black man. You wrong. 50 feel like F y'all and him. That nigga is up for life. And it is what it is. Well, Ja Rule was one of the first people to come out and say something. Ja Rule came out and basically says, y'all know 50 is doing this because he really just don't like Diddy. It's not about the people. It's not about the victims. It's really about him trying to scratch his own ass, kind of. Well, once he said that, 50 came back and responded, and they went back and forth a little bit, and then Ja Rule dropped some receipts to show that 50 Cent need to be slowing down and treading light while he dragging Diddy. He says because 50 has his own past. Now, let's say this. We do know the first baby mama did come out and say 50 popped her all upside the back of the head. We do know that. We was there when she said it. However, I told y'all that lady, because she's my color and a black woman, obviously we not going to care. That's how it goes. Well, I always said this too. 50 got to be very careful with what he's doing, with how he be dragging people. I said he better have a squeaky clean past, because if not, things are going to come back and haunt him. Now, do I think what Ja Rule is doing right now is going to come back and haunt 50? No, but things start somewhere. So now let's get into it. So Ja Rule spoke out after seeing the documentary, and this is what happened. It says, Ja Rule exposes 50 Cent's past while questioning his motives in Diddy documentary. It says, Ja Rule fired off a string of tweets aiming directly at 50 Cent, who recently stepped into the spotlight as an executive producer on The Reckoning, the documentary examining Sean Diddy Combs' legal battles. And what? I didn't read that part. Ja Rule fired off a string of tweets aimed directly at 50 Cent, who recently stepped into the spotlight. Okay, 50 Cent, who recently stepped into the spotlight as the executive producer on The Reckoning, the documentary examining Sean Diddy Combs' legal battle and abuse allegations. While the doc has sparked widespread discussion, Ja Rule made it clear he wasn't impressed with Herman's new role. Instead, he accused 50 Cent of using documentaries to position himself as a moral voice while ignoring his own history. In his tweets, Ja Rule referred to 50 Cent as a dry snitch, claiming his involvement in high-profile exposés has less to do with helping victims and more to do with self-promotion. He argued that if 50 were truly motivated by justice, he contribute profits to organizations supporting survivors. Then he took it further, pulling up 50 Cent's documented 2013 domestic violence case involving model Daphne Joy, who accused him of kicking her and destroying thousands of dollars in property during an argument in Los Angeles. According to 50 Cent, although 50 Cent ultimately pled no contest to vandalism charges. As part of a plea deal, he was sentenced to probation, community service, domestic violence counseling, fines, restitution, and was ordered to stay away from Joy. Ja also pointed to Joy's 2024 public statement where she accuses 50 of additional abuse over the years. No new charges came from those allegations, but Ja Rule used the claims to highlight what he viewed as hypocrisy in 50's new role as a producer of stories and centered on accountability. Ja Rule clarified that he is not defending Diddy or dismissing the discussions or accusations against him. Instead, he said he's calling attention to Herman's character, questioning why 50 is positioning himself as the storyteller behind the people's misconduct while his own past continues to be discussed and disputed. Let's get into it. So this is what his original tweet was. Ja Rule, he says, nigga always telling on somebody, old dry snitch ass nigga. Then it says, let's be real, that nigga don't give a F about the victims. We all know why he did the doc. Herman's cancer to the culture. If he cares so much, then donate the profits to charities for domestic violence. Then he says, I'm not condoning Diddy's behavior. I'm showcasing Herman's character. Then he goes on to say, Herman's no different, allegedly. 50 Cent, real name Curtis Jackson, has been involved in at least one well-documented domestic violence incident. In 2013, he was accused of kicking his ex-girlfriend and the mother of his son, model Daphne Joy, also known as Daphne Navarez, in the stomach during an argument at her Los Angeles condominium, as well as destroying approximately $7,100 worth of her property, including furniture, a chandelier, and a television. That altercation reportedly stemmed from suspicious identity. The altercation reportedly stems from suspicion of identity or infidelity. Los Angeles authorities charged him with 1 misdemeanor count of domestic violence and 4 counts of domestic vandalism. Jackson pleaded not guilty, initially, but later reached a plea deal in October 2013, pleading no contest to 1 count of vandalism. The domestic violence charge and 3 vandalism counts were dropped as part of the agreement. He was sentenced to 3 years of probation, 30 days of community service, 52 weeks of domestic violence counseling, and $7,100 of restitution to pay to Joy, and then $2,390 in fines and a restraining order requiring him to stay away from her. Wow. So according to this, Ja Rule said 50 Cent got a whole DV charge on him, and he was ordered to stay away from Daphne for the same things. It says Jackson denied these domestic violence allegations at the time through his attorneys, stating he had not been arrested and there were no warrants for his arrest. Pause. 50, you went upside the whole head because she was cheating? Nah, know this behind the bitch. Hold on. It just cracked my head. 50, you popped that girl upside the head because you found out she was cheating? And you tore that girl house up? I told y'all 50 was in love with the bitch. I told you. The only time a nigga going upside your head if he think you cheating is when he feel played because he in love. He was in love with the bitch. You went upside that girl head because you found out she was... I know it's about the bitch. I know it's about her. I know it. And it is probably because she gave him the clap. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's probably when he popped her. When he found out she was cheating, probably found out it was with Diddy. Hello? Or did he find out it was from the island? He don't know where the hurt came from. And they went to court, honey. So he can't deny this. It goes on to say, in 2024, amid his production of Netflix docuseries on Sean Diddy Combs' legal issues, Joy publicly accused Jackson of raping and physically abusing her over the years, referencing the 2013 incident as part of a platform, though no charges resulted from these claims. Ooh. So wait a minute, honey. While 50 over here dragging for Diddy, according to Ja Rule saying that girl just came out recently and said that you raped her and beat her and whoop-de-whoop. Like, 50 for real? Are you sure this is the hill you want to die on? Let me tell you something. This is what I believe when it comes to 50. 50 is being supported by a system that want to tear down Diddy. And when they done with 50, they're going to drag him too. Let me tell you something. You don't get to be this successful and be clean. You just don't, okay? So 50 to be here, I know he popped that girl upside the head when he found out she was cheating, especially if he found out she had the herb. 50, boy, you got to tread light. Hold on. And you know what's crazy? This is probably not going to catch like other stories because it's Ja Rule and we always see him to be the person who lost the beef. But this says a lot, y'all. This says a whole lot. And let me tell you something. It makes sense. 50 Cent is too fixated on this Diddy stuff. And I'm not mad at it. Shout out to 50. Keep putting it out. We need it. It ain't like he put out new information. Like I said in the doc, 50 kind of like piece things together for us to understand the whys. Oh, and now I see why that happened because that connects. It was kind of like a that. Okay? However, when it comes down to this whole situation, like 50, his front porch is not clean. And that's all Ja Rule is saying. And I don't believe 50 is doing this to help victims. Absolutely not. 50 could care less about the victims. I believe what Ja Rule said when he says he's just doing that to basically, sell his product. I believe that. However, you got to be very, very careful with what you're doing, especially when you got a lot going on yourself. Now, Ja Rule came out and said that, hold on. Let me get to my page. So Ja Rule came out and had that to say, and 50 Cent didn't too particularly like that. He came out and said a few things. Hold on. Is that what I'm looking at? We're not on there yet. 50 Cent didn't like that. 50 Cent came out basically and told Ja Rule to basically shut up and mind his business. Hold on, let me go pull it up. Yo. And let me say this too. Ooh, I'm so glad this popped up. This is random. Y'all be safe in them cities. This is random. But really quickly, but while I'm looking for this, be safe in them cities. They got AIDS, HIV, done been dropped off in the city. And let me tell y'all something. In all these cities, New Orleans, Atlanta, is out there. And let me tell you where it's at, where it came from. The shot. It came from the shot, the vaccine. They didn't drop it back off. They dropped it off in your bloodstream. Look it up. I just want to add that because I think got girls in New Orleans. Everybody got herpes and everybody got AIDS. Everybody. This is random. I'm sorry, I have to add this in. This ain't just in New Orleans. This is in Atlanta. This is in all the major cities where niggas is at. It was in the wax, girl. You want to know how y'all getting it? It was in the wax. Do your research. It's real. It's everywhere. That's how y'all passing around herp and HIV. That's how. We gonna talk about it another day. Let me write that down. We gonna discuss that tomorrow because everybody in New Orleans got AIDS. Look like everybody. Bitch, I'm scared. I don't want to hug nobody. I don't want to touch nobody. Everybody got it. It's ridiculous. Let me write this down for tomorrow, girl. HIV in the city, honey. In the city. We gotta write this down. Yes, honey. Yes. We gonna talk about it tomorrow. Get back into Diddy. Let's get back into Diddy. I just had to bring that out there or whatever. So now look, 50 Cent, ever since Ja Rule came out, he's been receiving a lot of backlash before all of this. And he's been kind of clapping back at people. Some people are saying that he was going to go back at Jay-Z, that they were hinting at Jay-Z. He was putting stuff up like this, posts and all types of stuff. There you go. Thank you, Akira. Thank you. Hold on. Because I feel like since I brought it up, I gotta finish that part. That's exactly how the mRNA works. It is a messenger RNA. I'm going back to the vaccine. I'm sorry, y'all. I just have to put this in. That is exactly how the messenger RNA works. For those of you who don't know what mRNA or messenger RNA is, it is a fake DNA that they put inside of you that carries a message to your body to tell your body whether it's sick, healthy, whatever. That's what that is. That's all it is. So when everybody rolled up their sleeves and got them shots, it had mRNA. Nobody asked, what is the message that the DNA you putting in giving me? What is this DNA? What is the message that the DNA is supposed to give me? That's the way it works. We're going to talk about it tomorrow, though. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. Let's get back into 50. We're going to discuss it tomorrow. Make sure y'all pull up. Look. He had been going back and forth with people on the internet. They have been saying that he was going to say something about Jay-Z, maybe do a documentary. I would love to see that because y'all be acting like this nigga can't get got. But he was saying stuff, 50 just been trolling the whole time. Hold on, let me see. So, I'm like an R-A-P-E-R, got so many S. So he has been going in, posting stuff. He posted this saying little sex worker doing it big, get him baby. I don't know if this is in response to the baby mama or to Diddy. I don't know what's going on, but 50 Cent has been going ham. And a lot of other people, a lot of other celebrities have been coming out speaking about it as well. One of those people who spoke about the situation was Marlon Wayans. So Marlon Wayans came out. He had a few things he wanted to get off his chest. Mind you, Marlon Wayans is cool with Diddy and all of them. All them niggas, kind of, I guess, roll in the same hood. I don't know. From New York. At any rate, Marlon was talking about the situation, and I didn't think what Marlon said was bad, but I guess 50 Cent did. Marlon basically was saying, listen, I get it. Y'all got y'all little thing, but you got to be careful with what you put out there. Listen, people who don't believe karma is real be the ones get it the fastest. You got to be mindful. The energy you put out is it's the law. It has to come back to you. The energy you put into the universe is the energy you're going to eventually receive back. Rather you want to call it karma, rather you want to call it whatever you want to call it. What you put out is what you receive. It just is what it is. And when he said that, I didn't take no offense to it. But apparently 50 Cent did. And let's get into what Marlon had to say. Let's get into it.
Very close to the situation. But you can create any narrative as a producer and as a director and as a storyteller. I can create a narrative. I could be like, you know what? I could create a narrative.
Well,
I could be like,
see it all the time on reality shows.
No,
Like,
nah,
on reality
that's right.
shows,
Yeah,
that's how they're creating.
You
write a
narrative.
character.
It doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's true. I can get interviews. I can do this. I can get footage, and I could make you think this about that person.
Nah, for sure. Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
And let me say this for people who don't know about research. I went to college for research. Documentaries, although they seem to be the most legit form of research, they are not. I can make a documentary to make you believe whatever it is I want you. I can make a 6-hour documentary on why roses aren't really red. And if I put and piece together enough people to corroborate my message and enough BS science and data, I can have you at the end of a 3-hour presentation documentary believing that all roses aren't red, when the fact of the matter, it's a lie. You got to be careful with documentaries. It's just the perspective of the person who sees it. That's all it is. So if I create a documentary, I'm just basically kind of giving you a glimpse into what I see in my head. That's all it is. That's all a documentary is. Okay? So he's right when he says that. You can put out any documentary to make anybody believe anything. Take Diddy off the table. It's a fact. Okay? It's a real fact. You can make a documentary to make somebody believe anything you want them to believe. You are not to take anything from anybody as 100% fact. But the way the world works today is everybody takes what they see on the internet as truth, 100% truth. So that's the dangerous part. And that's what 50 is using to be successful. Most people aren't going to go back and question it.
So for me, I think, look, 50 and Puff have a long-term beef. It's personal. It's between.
People are saying 50's wrong for doing it, but 50's right for doing it. It's divided.
It's between him and Puff. And before it's between him and Puff, it's between both of them and God. Just the way Puff is down on his luck and 50's kicking a man when he's down.
God is gonna.
If 50 ever luck turn up on 50, that you got to be careful what you put out. There's a karma to every action that you do.
Very close to the situation.
But you can skew. You can create.
He's absolutely right. The energy you put out is the energy you're going to receive back. It just is what it is. It's the law of nature. 50 Cent has been a troll for the longest and it has been successful. But I've said this before. His downfall is going to be epic. First of all, the Clears ain't going to let him walk out the door with all that money that he making. They never let niggas do. However, whenever his downfall comes, he's going to get back a lot of the energy that he put out there. He's going to get that back. Now, I don't think what he said was wrong. Well, 50 Cent did. 50 Cent thought that it was wrong. 50 Cent felt like, shut your bitch ass up. So let's get into what 50 Cent said. Hold on. So it says 50 Cent responds after Marlon Wayans warns him about karma over Diddy documentary on Netflix. This is what 50 had to say. He says, keep my name out your mouth, boy, and put a post up of the white chicks. Marlon Wayans in the movie White Chicks. Now, I ain't gonna lie. This was last night. I went to scroll back to see if Marlon Wayans had responded, and I hadn't heard anything. Did y'all? I hadn't heard much of anything, but I was like, hold on, girl. Yay, we need to know. Like, is you gonna? Because Marlon normally is quick with the comebacks, and he normally be bop, 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 bop. I just hadn't heard anything. But hit dogs holler. There's no reason for him to even respond to Marlon. Marlon was telling the truth. Like the energy you put out, whether you like 50 or not, or like Diddy or not. You just got to be careful with what you put out there. But obviously 50 didn't like that. Now, people feel like Marlon should have just shut up and mind his business. Some people feel like people just helping up for Diddy. I don't think necessarily, maybe he is helping up for Diddy. I don't know. But what I'm telling you is the only time the powers that be allow a black person to deal with other black people is when it kills two birds with one stone for them. Last time I seen that was Malcolm X. Khalid Muhammad. Or at least what it seemed to be. Where they allow black people to just run them up to tear down one or two other people. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. Now, ever since this happened, they went to going off. 50 went to going off. Hold on. Here go 5th. 50 with the going off, saying, oh, no, Marlon. This is Marlon posting. Marlon did respond. I'm sorry. He did respond. He did respond. This is Marlon. Marlon posted this, 12 years a slave, and he got 50 Cent running. Let me ask y'all a question. Is 50 Cent Jamaican? I heard that he's a Jamaican or something. Well, I know he's from Jamaica, Queens. At any rate, Marlon Wayans responds, calls 50 cents a slave or 12 years a slave. Let me see what else we got on here. And then I guess 50 obviously has to go fall. Happy Pride to all my LGBTQ peoples. Did a photo shoot with the photographer. And you know they had to bring up the fact that Marlon is, with the gay sympathizer because he supports his child. Let me say this. Ain't nothing wrong with Marlon supporting his child. I thought this was propaganda, but ultimately, ain't nothing wrong with him supporting his child. But people gonna bring that up, like, oh, shut up, you a punk, taking pictures with the gays.
But when you give up your man,
I'm sorry, and all of that. Now, I saw this that I want to share with y'all from Terrence Howard. We all know Terrence Howard from all the movies and stuff, and I remember him talking about Diddy. I wanted to share the first portion of this of this thing because he's talking about how these men lose their manhood. And let me say this. I always said that I know 50 had to lose his. He's too successful. They don't let bucks come into the industry and just run it like that. He's been able to run them up through this industry like 90 going west. And he come up under that clone Eminem and all of them. You see what I'm saying? So when I saw this video and they talked about the men being buck broken in the doggone industry, first of all, in 50's defense, a lot of them keep each other's secrets because a lot of them suffering under the same shit. Homophobia. A lot of them been R-worded and gave up their manhood for these positions. And then they get to these positions and can't hack it. Same thing with Diddy. You see what I'm saying? Especially when we find out he was plugging his best friend booty. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful, but I'm telling you this, Diddy ain't the only monster. All of them is, and they all probably ran through some type of crap. But I wanted to get into a little bit with Terrence Howard saying how these dudes be giving up their manhood.
that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing, get punked out and pimped out by some over greater desire. You should have a greater desire than being a man.
So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't.
You know what just dawned on me, y'all? I don't mean to stop it, but when he said they all fell to their desires, now I see why the Most High put me on a mission to get rid of all of my vices, like all of my addictions, like drinking, smoking, how I used to. The Most High has really been, I've been doing some work to get off of that. And I'm seeing why, because a lot of times people succumb to that stuff. For real. And it makes sense.
And get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process, I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place. What benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. He's sitting there, just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, you know, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to, you. That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles.
Wow. And let me tell you something. It's so rampant in that industry, bruh. You not about to tell me if Diddy has the life that he has and we can look into Diddy's past, I wonder what 50s look like. Listen, this is the point. They all going through it at some point and at some level. Even Terrence Howard was saying how he has been approached by people in the industry for this nastiness, for this bull crap. Okay? It's unfortunate, but it's real. Yup, Brashear Gray, huge doggone person that we could use. A lot of these dudes walking around lost and turned out. You just don't know it. It's just because they looking like they having fun with all the money, this, that, and the third. Them people is thrown, done, no more good. No more good. And it's sad because, like I said, we sitting up here on the outside of it, just trying to root for what we believe is right. But the fact of the matter is not knowing this is a tangled web behind all of this. And I'm wondering what's going on with 50. But 50 he's taking the backline. He's taking the backlash in stride. He don't seem like he's stopping no time soon. 50 still going off, still doing his big one. He had Mark. I don't need to get on the Mark Curry bit, but he's still doing his big one. Then he shared this one with Gene Deal. Look, he shared this video of Gene Deal talking about the whole situation. Check it out.
Open the door, and
mind you, I'm sorry. This is a response to Ja Rule. Let me back up. So remember, Gene Deal told the story. Y'all put a 3 in the chat if y'all remember that story Gene Deal told, where he said some dude came banging on the door and Diddy was in the room with somebody and it was Ja Rule and it was in there with a punk, allegedly. I don't know. This is the clip that 50 Cent shared of Gene Deal saying it. Now, let me say this. I seen Gene Deal didn't make the documentary, and I think that is perfectly fine. We have heard more than enough from Gene Deal and Baldhead Jaggler. We have heard enough. Do you hear me? I don't think there's anything else Baldhead Jaggler and Gene Deal could really even say regarding the Diddy trial. At this point in time, there's nothing else to say, okay? However, Gene didn't make the doc, but he did make the little clip on Diddy's pop when he talked about Ja Rule being one of the niggas in the room. Check it out.
The dude said, "Yo, I'm here for my cousin." I said, "Who your cousin?" And he said, Ja Rule. I said, "Well, he busy right now." He said, "He busy doing what?" I said, "He with Puff. They're in the room. They busy. They don't want to be bothered." He said, "Well, I'm going in there." I said, "Bro, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothered him." He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed it and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, "Yo, what's going on? Yo, Jay, that's my cousin." He know me well, and Puff was like, "Yo, Jay, what happened?" I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, "Yo," Ja said, "You ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on." So I opened the door.
So he played this clip from Gene Deal, kind of, I guess, alluding to the fact that Ja Rule could have possibly been doing some old gay stuff. I don't know. The industry is filled with it. It's filled. It just is everywhere. There's nowhere else to go. The industry is filled with it. It seems like it's a ritual for a lot of these niggas to make it. Ridiculous. And I remember that story a long time ago. Now, I don't know if it insinuates that Ja Rule was in there doing something, because he did say he came out there saying you don't want to go in there, some freaky stuff, but whatever's going on, I felt for Ja Rule at the moment, okay? But at any rate, yeah, it's been going down. 50 been battling everybody and going back and forth and battling the people he need to battle, and said he gonna continue to do it. Let's see what he said. He just posted this about Marlon Wayans. Look.
Those aren't the type of parties that I go to. I don't frequent those type of parties. And even if I go, like I said, been doing Diddy parties for 15 years, and I must say, you never let me down, Puff. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Good times, people. I've never seen any of this. I'm like, when I hear about it, when did that happen? I never, those aren't the type of parties that I go to. I don't frequent those type of parties. And even
wait, that last clip caught me off guard. What? So he's playing a compilation of Marlon Wayans saying he never go to Diddy parties with receipts of him at Diddy parties. Wait, run it back. He basically showing how Marlon Wayans is a hypocrite. Look.
if I go, like I said, been doing Diddy parties for 15 years, and I must say, you never let me down, Puff. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Good times, people. I've never seen any of this. I'm like, when I hear about it, when did that happen?
Bruh.
I
ain't gonna lie, bruh. I have to fight that nigga. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, Marlon. If I was you, I'd go get all my brothers and we'll jump that nigga. I ain't even gonna hold you. Just go back old school. They say your sister was the baddest one. Go get the sister. Go get the sister to steal off on this nigga. This nigga playing with you, Marlon. This nigga really playing on your top. This nigga playing on your top next level, man. You got to go get the brothers in them. You gotta go get the brothers in them and tell them niggas Nigga said, I've never been to a Diddy party and had Marlon getting up off the floor butt naked. Oh my God. What a time we live in. 50 ain't playing. 50 ain't playing. Only thing I'm telling y'all is don't trust and read none of these niggas. Ain't none of them to be trusted. Don't trust and read none of these niggas. And 50 Cent standing on his square. He said what he said, he did what he did, and it is what it is. Diddy, I don't know if they're going to retry him. Like I said, don't care. I hope they give him 1,000,000 years and he get life. That's what I think. With that being said, 50 said he going to roll it out. And it is what it is. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Y'all, thank y'all for being here. Let me make sure I ain't missing no super chats. Y'all, don't forget, we got the stove. MOB, thank you for the being a member for 19 months. Says, yeah, boo, we taking L's today. We also need that coupon code for the jackets to go with our heavy boots. You're damn right. I'm working on the coupon code. Soon as I get off of here, well, I gotta go get my nails done. But I will be working on the coupon codes for y'all. Please, please, please. Thank y'all so much. And for y'all who don't know, I do have a store. I'm gonna show y'all here in a second. Thank you, Diva Kika, for the super chat. Says, did you hear Cassie is being sued by the escort? Yes, and that's good. Let me say this about that escort dude. Let me say this to y'all too. A lot of people looking at that escort dude, and a lot of people are sitting up here saying, ain't no way. Let me school y'all up right quick. Because y'all get highly weird mixed up with what happens behind the curtain. Y'all get that mixed up too bad. Let me show y'all something. Where the little ugly dude at? He a little weird looking ass little dude. Don't get me wrong. Here you go. Is this him? Yeah, this him right here. Let me show y'all something about this dude. People can say what they want. Thank you so much, Black is My Vibe, for the super chat. Oh, yeah, I've read that one. People can say what they want about this dude, but y'all don't understand the way real life works. Y'all see this red carpet Instagram stuff and y'all act like people don't live actual real lives. I believe from day one that this was the actual escort and that this is the dude who was taking Cassie to court, and I believe everything that he said because I understand that lifestyle. Y'all looking at the way this man's face is made. Y'all looking at the fact that he's not clean and cut and beautiful and handsome like y'all see on the TV. This is a sexcapade, people. They don't give a fuck what his face like. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? When Cassie was looking for a nigga or Diddy was looking for a nigga to bang him down, the face was the last thing they were looking at. They only superficial to y'all on TV. Behind real life, they couldn't give a matter of fact, he fits the bill perfect. He ugly, he dark skinned, and he's skinny. They have the biggest peens. Girl, what is y'all saying? All you vanilla people who ain't never been outside, you're off your back. All you missionary hoes that ain't never been nowhere. You wonder why the nigga nasty and you don't know why. Girl, it's a whole world out here. The reason that man fits the bill perfectly. You don't look for a handsome, beautiful, Greek God type of nigga for a freak off. No, you find the nigga with the longest schlong. Does that make sense? Stop looking at people outer appearance and assuming that he can't or it can't possibly be him. The cutest niggas have the smallest peens. I've been told y'all that. He fits the bill perfect. And I believe everything he said. Let's get into a little bit of what he said Cassie was over there doing with her little nasty ass.
Damages involved in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial. And I'm looking through social media and I see a lot of the women out there, particularly black women like myself, who choose to victim shame me and try to do everything they can to discredit me, because the truth is that the loss of the Sean Combs trial was a loss to the Me Too movement and to hating women like the women who are trying to insult me. So let me tell you something, you women out there who would like to insult me. This is my story. I was paid by Cassie, Cassandra Ventura, for 8 years to be her male provider. I didn't have to be the best looking guy. I was the best in bed. And because I was the best in bed, guess what? I was given this arrangement. I was coerced.
There you go. See, only the ignorant niggas think that everybody behind the scenes is looking for the most perfect, beautiful person. That's not how that goes. That don't go like that. He is the guy because he looked like he was putting pipe on Diddy and Cassie and still had more pipe to give. That's why he was chosen. It didn't matter what he looked like. Y'all slow as turtles.
I was drugged. I was manipulated with promises of money and gifts for over a period of 8 years to continue to be this woman's provider at her expense and at the expense of Diddy. Now, at the time, legally, I didn't know my rights as well as I do now. I didn't create this conflict with Cassandra Ventura. She created it with me. She's the one who decided to bring up things that happened over 10 to 15 years ago to hold Sean Combs accountable for what was a partial truth. She's the person who introduced me to the U.S. Attorney's Office. She's the person who told the U.S. Attorney's Office about our relationship. So in essence, those out there who want to hate on me, who want to say that I'm attacking Cassie, you should realize the truth, that Cassandra Ventura, your idol, did this to herself.
Facts.
She exposed herself to liability when she got on the stand and decided to mention me as the male escort who was with her when she overdosed and Diddy made her have sex with him. That was a lie, people. Cassie had just woke up from sleeping 8 hours. Myself and Sean Combs were exhausted. We wanted to go home. Cassie's the one who forced that sexual encounter.
And I believe every word this man said. I don't need to hear no more. Let me tell you something. Cassie is a victim, but she's also a slut. Two things can exist at the same time. Cassie is a victim and she's also a villain. Yes, two things can exist at the same time. The reason why black people don't believe this man is because he dark-skinned, he black, and he a man. The same women who get on here windmilling and crying because people don't believe them simply don't believe him because Cassie light-skinned with a bald head on the side and he dark-skinned and he black and he a man. That's it. And y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. And all you hoes, that's why I'm so glad Diddy didn't go to jail for that shit. Because a lot of you hoes just wanted him to go to jail for your unresolved trauma. So I'm glad he didn't go to jail for that because he didn't deserve it. The fact of the matter is, if Diddy is a monster, there's no freaking way Cassie ain't one too. And if Cassie and Diddy is a monster, then this man, I believe everything that he says. I believe that they had him over there doing everything they say. Cassie was a slut. I don't know what she doing now. She got her $30 million. That's a wrap. I hope this brother get all the money he can deserve because at the end of the day, he was treated unfairly. He deserved to be believed, just like y'all seen Cassie get her head knocked off and y'all went to windmilling for everybody else. Nobody want to windmill for this man because it's Cassie, right? Because she light-skinned it. That's it. That's it, because she light-skinned it. Fuck Cassie. She's a nasty freak just like Diddy. Birds of a feather flock together. She got $30 million. That's all she deserved. With that being said, y'all, let me get up off of here. Love y'all down to the ground. I think it's messed up, though, that we don't believe that man simply because he black. We got to fix that. Love y'all down to the ground. Men can be victims, too. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.